Hey y'all, I'm Catherine Perry and I am the writer and illustrator of The Adventure of Theodore James and the Great Horned Owl. I'm also the owner and founder of the Lavender Book Company. I am not filming in some fancy place to woo you. I am sitting at the kitchen table that I have spent countless hours writing, rewriting, sketching, and illustrating this book. And there are no pomps and frills here, it's just me. So before I get into my own children's book, I'd like to kind of explain where this all started. Why am I even writing a children's book? Why am I doing this? So when I was a kid, thanks to my English major of a mother, she instilled a great love of children's books for me. And I held these stories very close to my heart for many, many years. And then once I became a mother and I was able to see what well-written literature did for a child, what was just a love exploded into a passion for children's books. And that's where just everything started. When it comes to children's books, I do have a special fondness for the classics. To me, they are just the epitome of what children's literature should be. They are well written, well thought out, beautifully illustrated, and they have provided some of the most cherished characters that have withstood generations of time. When it comes to the Lavender Book Company and this book and any book that the company produces from here on out, it will pull a lot of inspiration from the classics. And that's really one of the main focuses of the company is classic feeling literature, but for your modern child. So it's gonna give the parents that awesome nostalgic feeling of the books that we grew up on, but they are all written and designed and illustrated for your modern child. Let's talk about Theodore. He is a character that came to mind one day and just would not leave me alone, to be honest. He is a little bit of an underdog, but he is just a terrific spirit about him and he loves to be adventurous. But in this story particularly, he is struggling with confidence and he's really wanting the confidence he needs to complete a jump, and he wants to be able to jump as well as his dad. And after being set out on an adventure from his mom, he has a terrifying encounter, but it's through this encounter that he learns where he needs to look for the confidence that he wants so badly. And it's honestly not too far from himself. With this book and any other book that the Lavender Book Company produces, I'm wanting to talk about things that are pertinent to children and the world that they are experiencing. I think far too often today, kids are getting thrown topics that, quite frankly, I think go over their heads, and they're already trying to figure out the world around them, which is a lot. And what books are supposed to do are to help facilitate those conversations between a parent and a child, and to help make some connections between things like friendship, loss, empathy, confidence, those kinds of things that kids are trying to figure out and learn for themselves. When it comes to the artwork, I did start with digital art for this piece, but then I decided to completely scrap it and I did it by hand with colored pencil. But depending on the book, the medium will change. I want to really use the illustrations to help tell the storyline. So everything I do and everything I pick and select down to the perspective, size, color, tone, the medium that's used is all there to help prop up the story and to help tell the storyline. Now for me, art has been a part of my life from when I was in elementary school all the way up through college. I've taken everything from Art 101, where we're sketching a ball, to pottery and everything in between. But it's through all these years of experience and exposure to different mediums that I am able to use this knowledge and apply it to the storytelling process. What I love so much about picture books is helping children being able to visualize different emotions and experiences and help draw those connections for them where they may have been struggling to make those connections prior. It also helps facilitate a wonderful imagination. And by giving them different illustrations and art to look at, you're really helping facilitate a wonderful imagination. In this book and any book to come from my company, just know that every single detail has been well thought out and purposefully planned in order to help tell the story and give you and your family some wonderful literature. Now, every book that comes out of the Lavender Book Company will receive an embossed logo on the title page with the company seal, and you'll also have a stamp on the back cover. Now, these little details may not seem like a lot to some, but to me, they mean the absolute world. These little details I'm able to add in just represent the small business that this is and me trying to set it apart from the mass production that we get on the shelves. The Adventure of Theodore James and the Great Horned Owl, I'm hoping, is one of many books that I'm able to produce for your family to enjoy. If you are able to support this Kickstarter in any way, whether that be monetarily or sharing it with your friends and family, it would be greatly appreciated. Now, if you are able to support monetarily, there are 3 different rewards tiers that you can pick from. So thank you so much for choosing to support a small business and the startup of this company. And again, if you're able to support this Kickstarter in any way, I would so greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much.